Good morning, everybody. Welcome to HRD 631, the Adult Learner, and welcome to the Spring 2022 semester. For those that are new to the Adult and Higher Ed program and or USM, I want to officially welcome you to USM, officially welcome you to maybe your first graduate class in the Adult and Higher Ed program. I'm certainly biased, but I think the Adult and Higher Ed program is one of the absolute best at the entire university level. But once again, I'm extremely biased to that. So my name is Kevin Dorn, and I am the instructor for this class for this semester. So welcome. So the purpose of this video will be similar to what I do on a regular basis. For those that have had me for other classes, this is the format. I put together a video that I send out on either Saturday or Sunday of the upcoming week, which gives a little bit of history, what we're going to be doing, and specifically what I'd like you to do during the week. That is really the purpose of my weekly videos, but it's also the purpose of this initial video. So what I'll do over the next maybe 10 minutes is to give you an overview of where you can find HRD 631, how you access the materials, but I also want to throw it back at everybody. I'd like you to spend some time this week exploring our Brightspace page and exploring the materials that are listed on Brightspace. So just become familiar with everything. Now, I do want to say, anytime you have any kind of questions, comments, concerns, please don't suffer by yourself. If in the introductory video I mentioned doing a discussion post, but then you can't find the discussion post on Brightspace, please reach out to me as soon as possible. I put great care and effort into the materials that I post on a weekly basis. Once in a while, I do forget to click the button to make it available to all students. That does happen. I'm not perfect. I do make mistakes. So please let me know if you can't find anything or something just doesn't make sense. So let's get right on to it. So as you can see, let me shuffle over here. I use the Launchpad to get to my courses. I click on this B for Brightspace, and that takes me to the Adult Learner page. Actually, takes me to many different courses. I've taught many courses. I'm teaching 4 classes this semester, but this takes me to all the classes that I have this semester and also the additional ones that I've taught in previous classes. So, we're in the Adult Learner. There's a couple of things that you can couple of formats that I'd like you to play around with for yourself. One is using the course home. That gives you the announcements. This is the welcome letter that I sent out early on. Then I recently sent it out again. But it also gives you meet your instructor, start here, course information, learning autobiography, presentations. There's all kinds of materials in here. And let me just show you, that's one format. I generally don't use the course home. I use the content. Gives you the same information. Over here we have the syllabus, bookmarks, schedule, meet your instructor. As you can see, and just I'll kind of clue you in, you can see in here week number 14, this is hidden. So if you would go to the website, you can't see anything that I have hidden. And the reason for that is HRD 631, there's a lot of materials. I don't want to inundate everybody with all of the materials for every week. So on a weekly basis, I release the materials. Now in this case, there's week number 1, module number 1. I'm going to click on that. So that takes us to the page. This is the page you're going to see. I'm not releasing it yet, but you'll have, when you get this video, it will be released. So we're going to begin this week slowly. There's always some issues. I realize this is a new class. This could be a brand new graduate program for somebody else. So we kind of, the idea for the week is for us to get to know each other. You will have an opportunity to actually play around with Brightspace. We have a discussion forum, and there's certain things that I'd like you to do this week too. So please read through this, but the key, we will ease into the week slowly. Once you've viewed the video, post an introduction to yourself on the discussion board called Class Introductions. So you can type it, you can do whatever you want, but I'll show you how to do this. So we post your introduction. I'd like you to read 2 electronic research articles, then post to the weekly discussion board, writing a learning autobiography. So let me show you exactly what's here. So right here, we have the week 1, the video, things to do, class overview, required readings for the week. So even though the readings, I sometimes, excuse me, sometimes I let the students find it, but in this case I added, here are the 2 readings that I'd like you to read this week. Let me go back. Video required readings, advanced organizer. Oftentimes, and I try to do this on a regular basis, I will tell you what's coming up the following week. And in this case, for next week, there's an advanced organizer set up for you. So class introductions, how do you do this? For those that are brand new, I'm going to show you. So we have right in here, class introduction. So we have 2 discussion forums. You can see we have the class introductions, and I'm going to click on that. So I'd like you to do your introduction, whatever it might be that you want to share with the class about yourself, professionally, personally, whatever you want. You can attach a file, you could do a video, and I'm going to show you how to do this. So I'm going to click that button. Let's just say Kevin's intro. Come down here. Now you have options. Over here, these 4 icons or this box, you click on that and it says insert stuff. This is where you could insert a video. You could insert a Word document. And I'll just show you something that I put together for this. So as you can see from the screen, here's my intro. I'm going to copy this, copy it, go back to the introductions, and I will paste it. So you can see it's chugging away. Here's my introduction, something on me, my background, both personally, professionally, and then I added some pictures. So, here's me. I think I was skating with a couple of my grandkids. I played hockey. I'm a pretty active person, so I've done many sports over quite a few years. Here's my wife and I at the General Sherman Tree in Giant Sequoia National Park a couple of years ago, us down in Georgia, and with one of my younger grandkids at a wedding. So that's it. So I decided this is going to be my introduction. I'm going to come down here. It's all the way I want. I'm going to hit post. Boom. Done. So now you can see, here's my intro. Somebody coming in, they can click on that. They can read about me and just say that you want to make a comment. You come down here and you hit reply to thread. And that is about as complicated as a discussion forum is. Let's just take a look at the second discussion forum. Week 1 discussion forum, writing, learning, autobiography. So this specifically directs us to the articles that I asked you to read. Read the 2 electronic reserve articles, meaning the ones that I did, and please read those. Bear with me. So what I'm going to have in here is what specifically struck you about these articles? What aspect of the articles either spoke to you or you thought really stuck out? It could be your imagined life. It could be, I don't want to give too much away and I want to keep this. So the specifics to each one of the forums are discussed here. I have to put a little more information in here for you guys. But that's it. That's how you use the discussion forums and the discussion topics. I'm going to come back to our class content. Once again, the intro, the post, the 2 electronic reserves, the materials, and then the discussion forum on writing a learning autobiography. So that is it. For week number 1, that's what I'd like you to do. I do want to just mention one more thing. Okay. So I try to hold optional Zoom meetings throughout the course. I will hold the first, excuse me. Excuse me, everybody. I had a coughing fit. So getting back to the Zoom meetings, I will hold optional Zoom meetings throughout the semester. We have our first optional Zoom meeting on January 24th at 6:30 p.m. Now, the purpose of this will be, I want to go over the syllabus, and I also want to go over some of the assignments, the ideas in the course, but this is strictly optional. Our class is being taught in an asynchronous basis, meaning you don't have to show up at any time, and it's not mandatory. So I will be holding Zoom meetings every 2 to 4 weeks. It could be every 1 to 6 weeks. It really depends on what I'm sensing, and sometimes I send out a poll asking how often should we meet. But for the first one, we're going to meet January 24th at 6:30 p.m. I'll send out to everybody in the class a Zoom invitation for that, so you have an opportunity. If you can't make it, don't worry. Everything's recorded, and then I post them right down here, recorded Zoom meetings as we go forward. So that's about it. Please take a look around the Brightspace. If you have any questions, please let me know. Hopefully you can make it to our Zoom meeting next week or on January 24th at 6:30. If not, don't worry about it. In the meantime, let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you're having any kind of issues with the technology, you're running behind, you have the COVID, whatever it might be. I am here to work with you. And at any point, if you need to contact me, please feel free to contact me. Here's my contact information. I have an office in Bailey Hall, which is on the Gorham campus, but the best way to reach me is call me or send me an email. If you do call me, chances are you're not in my contacts, so I don't answer. Please leave a message. I will call you back. I'm almost always on my phone. I'm on email and online almost all the time throughout the semester. So good luck to you this semester. I wish you the absolute best. HRD 631 is a fabulous course, and for those that are taking it as your first adult and higher ed class, you chose wisely. So see everybody online, and I wish you great success this semester. See ya.